This is reaction A. Take a small piece of steel wool. This is something your mom might use to scrub a pan, like an SOS pad or something like that. So it's made of steel wool. Pull it apart to make it nice and thin, like this. Then we're going to hold it in my crucible tongs. I'm going to hold it in the fire, and then you are making your observations. So obviously you see a bright light. It's a little hard to see it on the computer screen, but the wool itself is actually not burning. You can see it now as the fire goes out. So the wool is all still there. There's the difference. So you can write down your observations there. You can write down what the reaction was. Again, this is steel wool. Follow the instructions. We reacted it with just by putting it in the Bunsen burner. That was reaction A. Here's the results of reaction A. This one right here is the one that was burnt. Here's your original, so you can see a color change also in reaction A. Again, go ahead and answer your questions. This is the one that was burnt, and this is the one that was not. This is not a combustion reaction though, because steel wool was not organic, so keep that in mind. Okay, we're now moving on to reaction B, which is very similar. This time we're going to take copper wire, and I'm going to hold it into the fire again and observe. I am seeing a green color. Green flame is something you're observing there. It's a little hard to see again on the computer, but it's a green color flame, and your metal's getting nice and orange. And when you're completely done, you no longer have that bright orange metal. It is kind of a black. So we had a green flame when I put it in there. The metal glowed orange, but now that it's done, it has lost its orange color, and the metal, copper metal, is black. So that was reaction B. Go ahead and answer your questions. Now we have reaction C, which is taking a piece of magnesium metal. Notice all of these reactions are very similar. We first started with iron metal in reaction A. Reaction B was copper metal. Now we're taking magnesium metal for reaction C. So this video is reaction C. I'm once again going to, let me light my burner. Hold this piece of metal into the flame using my crucible tongs. So there's my piece of metal into the flame. See a very, very, very bright light. You can tell by the screen. Oops. And that piece of metal that used to be bright and silver turned with a white powder. Became very white and powdery, and I can probably brush it off. It's very brittle. That was reaction C. Go ahead and answer your questions.